You fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cunt!
What do you do when you're not doing YouTube? I don't really do anything, to be honest with you. I really don't do anything. I haven't done for years.
Why have I got mayonnaise in my hand? I saw this video of McGregor during 2015-16. That's how I got into MMA. KSI's video of McGregor got you into MMA, huh? McGregor's fucking delicious. When I was watching his like come up, it was, oh, that's what it was. The Cole Miller interview made me a hardcore fan. For some reason I got recommended McGregor Cole Miller interview. It was probably one of those types of videos. You know I'm too good for you, Cole. Because I knew about MMA, but all the trash talking to me was really gay. You know? I'm going to beat you in a living death. It was like memeable, you know? But McGregor had a Cole Miller interview, and for some reason it came across my feed. I was still watching MMA content back then. But he like made Cole says, yeah, I said that. I know they want me to lose to you. I said that. And he said, you know they want you to lose. You know you're going to lose, Cole. Tell it to me, Cole, yeah? And he was proper embarrassing Cole Miller. I miss McGregor just humiliating Americans on the mic, man. Humiliating him. That was great. I feel like with all the trash talk compilations, chat, I've seen people like react to McGregor trash talk compilations. They don't have the good moments. They don't have any of the good moments. Tell me how fast I am, Cole, yeah? Because you know he was on the phone, yeah, probably shadow boxing around his house. And then he pulled out, and then Cole Miller pulled out. That was wild. Back when there were lanky featherweights in the UFC, do you guys remember Will Chope? People forget, man. Will Chope, like a 6'4" featherweight. Max Holloway finished him with like a spinning back kick to the body. It was nasty. That's okay, Tuxedo. It's fine. Don't have to type everything twice, Good Noodle, or I'm not reading it. Does this version of Charles beat Islam? No, I still don't think he beats Islam. You don't fuck with us, bro. No, I read it. I still don't think he beats Islam, no. I'll read Good Noodle. Read me or Sergio. You do everything twice, and it makes me not want to do it. So, yeah. It was too easy for McGregor. It was, dude. It really was. When he was on the phone to Mendes as well, that was so good, man. I always talk about the Mendes presser. You were curled up like a bitch. Woo, 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 woo. Just making Americans... Honestly, chat, I've said this before. From a UK perspective, yeah, Conor McGregor made me think all Americans were such pussies, man. Such pussies. The way they were trash talking him on the come up was so lame and gay of him, you know. So pathetic. They actually made me a Holloway fan because I was like, if McGregor sees that this guy is cool, then he must be cool. So I started following Holloway's career. Like, dude, this guy took McGregor to a decision. This was my mind back then. So I started following Holloway from early doors. And he went on a crazy win streak, which was good to be a part of. You were curled up like a bitch. You were curled up like a bitch. And say what you want, the knockout speak for itself. And you hit the deck like a bitch. All right, you done fucking talking now, buddy? So lame. Dude, they were so lame at the presses. All right, you done fucking talking now, buddy? Take this fight on 2 weeks' notice with me, motherfucker, and I'll whoop your ass. You hit like... I walked you down. I stood in your face and say, what have you got? And you hit like a fucking strawweight. You hit like a fucking strawweight. Can I fucking talk now, buddy? Yeah. So bad. McGregor single-handedly cancelled out all the Americans' aura. Even Cub Swanson. I used to be a fan of Cub Swanson. He started hating on McGregor on the come-up. I was like, shut up. He's lot of lame. I thought McGregor had prime magical fortune-telling abilities. When he was saying first-round KO, yeah, I used to think, oh my God, this guy is just so good. He's knocking everyone out in the first round. So he's saying he'll knock him out in the first round. Then he took Holloway to a decision. So I kind of lost the mystique. But he never really had a concrete prediction of that. But then he said on an embedded episode, remember they used to do Fight Night Embeddeds, UFC Fight Night Boston Embedded for McGregor. And he went, he told the crew, the TV crew that he just did an interview with about his Dennis Seaver fight. You want to make some money? He goes down in 2. And he called it dead on, second round finish. And then the phone call with Mendes. I'm going to be there in your face, ripping your body, and you're going to be breathing and begging for air. And I'm going to be walking you down, big shots. And yeah, you get me down, hold me down, but I'll get back up. I'll butcher you to the body, and I'll put you away with it or something like that. I can't remember what he said, but it was like, someone made an edit back then of him saying that, and the finish happening side by side. That was so good. Conor, do you know what wrestling is? I can rest my balls on your forehead. Conor, I'm 5'6". You're 5'4" at least. You should stand up because we can barely see you on the screen. Dude, no one includes that in the McGregor Trash Talk highlights, but those were the golden moments. Conor. You should stand up because we can barely see you on the screen. He was embarrassing him so badly, man. Even there was this viral taekwondo clip of him watching these taekwondo people go and hitting a pad, and then someone went and made him laugh. I remember being all in around that time, dude. I was watching everything in MMA back then. Dance for me, Nate. And don't look me in the eyes when you dance. Yeah. Now McGregor would be embarrassed, I know. Prime Connor's laugh, yeah. You'd like a fucking strawberry. You'd get double the tips with 2 asses. I don't even know what a gazelle is. You should do a video reacting to old trash talk moments. Maybe I could put together my favorite trash talk moments in UFC history. Maybe I could do something. That'd be over Christmas, maybe. I'll keep that in mind. Just remind me around Christmas and I'll do it. Larone. I think Larone was a YouTube channel used to post all the tough clips, right? I think that's what you're referencing there, Bronzed Raz MMA. Why do I have a memory of that? Larone used to post old Ultimate Fighter videos, like full videos of it all. I remember that. Remember Conor said he'd whoop Jesus. Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm going to feel bad for whooping his ass. I'm going to have to whoop it twice. He's shadowboxing in his hotel room. Hope he looks me after I whoop his ass. Or I might have to whoop it twice. Oh, it was different, man. People forget. They genuinely forget how fun it was. Poirier on Embedded was so much better, man, with McGregor. McGregor genuinely had Embedded with him and thought, I'm going to promote the fuck out of this. You know, Embedded's with me. I'm going to make this sick and fun. So Poirier was like, he was walking past Poirier at like the hotel when Poirier was cutting weight. And he was saying, get ready to fall. And he stood there with his sunglasses on, staring at Poirier's whole team. Get ready to fall. And Poirier's like, you're a joke, man. You're a joke. You're a joke. And he's getting proper angry at him. Angry, furious. And then he walks out of the hotel. Come on, man. Let's get out of here. And he leaves. And then Poirier's going, I've never disliked somebody that much ever that I fought. And McGregor's watching it on his phone. He's watching it on his phone. And it plays back and then he sits there. I hope he likes me after I whoop his ass. Or I might have to whoop it twice. Kicking out candles, yes. It's a fun game, right? We could do this all day. Even when he held a sword. He was so fun. Wheel kicking the football outside. Remember when he was doing kick-ups, he wheel kicked the football. He probably got a cousin called Cletus or something. Yeah, that was a good one. And then I don't know if you remember, but he had a sword. He had like this great sword in this like Airbnb that he was staying at, yeah. And he went up to Dee Devlin in the kitchen on Embedded, swung the sword and put it up to her neck and said, "Make me a sandwich." It was so good, man. It was non-stop with him. Every single clip was gold. But no one includes those in his trash talk moments or his like funny moments. But he had like a great sword. And he went up to the kitchen with Dee and he swung the sword and stopped it at her neck and went, "Make me a sandwich." And then knew. Remember when he visited a fan in his apartment? Yes. That was later on. That was when he was becoming a big name. But yeah, I do remember that, yeah. That was big. And then the guy opened the door and he went, that guy always reminded me, the fan that opened the door to him, reminded me of Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Not Jordan Levitt. Gordon Levitt. Actor. He played Robin in Batman Begins. Or Batman The Dark Knight Rises. Joseph Gordon-Levitt. The fan looked exactly like him that answered the door and started laughing at McGregor being there. If you watch back that video of him meeting the fan in the apartment, he looked exactly like him. I have a weird memory for that shit. Nobody can ever take that era away from him. That was the Conor. That was so sick, man. It was good. Do you guys remember Embrace the Chaos? That's so specific. I know I have weird memory for things that I am intrigued by. Arguing with Habib fans back then? No, they weren't around. No. Habib fans didn't exist until he fought Conor. There were some, to be fair. They were spamming flags and shit and like people's posts and that, but nah, not really. Back then it was forums. Forums on Sherdog. It was like the comment section of latest MMA news. It wasn't as much a social media era back then. And all it was like left-wing political people yapping about shit in the comments. Getting into political discussions about socialism and all of this. And it was just like, fucking hell. That's what made me want to do my channel. It's like, God, these guys are so gay. Do you remember when the Sherdog guy mogged Frank Mir? That is a very early memory of mine. I was very borderline back then as a fan. But do you remember when the Sherdog guy mogged the fuck out of Frank Mir? What is that? That was like a me and DDP moment, you know. Straight up, that was the original me and DDP. Frank Mir Sherdog. Oh, I don't see a picture of it anywhere, but some guy who was like known on the forums of Sherdog, yeah. There it is. Uber TS from Sherdog meets Frank Mir. The guy's like 6'5", 6'6", yoked. Just mogged the fuck out of Frank Mir. One of the best heavyweights in the world at the time. I remember that went around like crazy.